Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing yet another review on a foundation. My channel is now all about foundation reviews. I just was so excited for this to come out. I've been knowing it for a really long time. I just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I finally got my hands on it. I'm so excited that Anastasia finally has a foundation. If you know me, you know I love foundations. Like, foundations are definitely my jam. Like, that's where I go to. I love to test them out. I love to see what's good, what's not good, what's worth it, and what's not worth it. So yeah, so I'm making another video on a foundation review, but this one is Anastasia, so can't go wrong with Anastasia. New stick foundations. I have two colors because I kind of doubted myself, and then I got like a darker color, but I did get my real color, so I'm lucky on that. I'll definitely explain the story like as I'm doing the review up, but I'm so excited for this. They come out, well, they just launched about a week ago, so it was on the 18th, I believe, that they launched. They came out with about 26 colors, and they have 4 contour colors as well. Contour and highlight, and they have a banana shade to highlight, and they have 3 contour colors. So this, Anastasia just did an amazing job with this launch. She definitely reached people from very, very fair to fair skin to the very deepest of the deep skin. So it's a really good brand. I love supporting a brand that does this, that understands its consumers' needs from very fair to very medium to very dark and deep. And it got really good undertones under it. I know that the deep section is really, really good because it has a lot of different undertones. So it's not like, oh, like, not every deep skin is yellow undertone or olive or pink or red, you know. So it definitely varies, and I'm so happy that they are, you know, being a big variety for everybody. So definitely love that and support them for that. So these are right now only on their website, but they will be available in Sephora and then in Ulta's, I think, by definitely the end of September. So yeah, so they retail for $25, which is such a great price point. $25 for me is like right in between drugstore to high end. Most high end are like $30 and above, and most drugstore, the most that it will be is like, the most is like $13 if anything. So $25 is definitely in the middle, and it's definitely a great price. You don't get 1 ounce. I believe you get 0.35 ounces for $25, but still, it's Anastasia. It's a high-end brand, you know, and very good quality. Anastasia, everything she does, she definitely puts in work, and also Norvina, she definitely does put in a lot of work to this to make sure that they come out perfect and everything. I am wearing one of their lipsticks, their liquid lipsticks. It's stripped, and I just fell in love with this like recently. I'm like, oh my god, like, it's my first Anastasia liquid lipstick. Like, how crazy is that? But it's definitely really good. I love it. It's super matte, so, and it's not dry. $25 is definitely a good price. It's gonna scare the other, let's say, competitors, because $25 is such a great price point, and it's great quality as well. It is for oily skin, but I wear anything whether it's recommended for oily, dry, dead, or alive. So I will still try it. If it's a foundation, I'm gonna try it. So yeah, they say it's for oily skin, but girl, just try it and see if it works out for you. I did put it on, and it was very nice and dewy and luminous on me, but again, that could be my moisturizer. I do explain that more when I am trying it on. So, but I do love the finish, whether if it's going to be more matte or it's going to be more luminous. It definitely was a nice look on me, so I love it. Anything that I put on top of it also blends it out really nice, just typical. You know, there are some foundations that when you do end up putting more stuff, and it starts to like cake up, and you know, that's like a foundation you don't want to rely on. This one is definitely super, super natural. It's definitely sunlight proof, so if you go out in the sunlight, it's not gonna look crazy, because I know there's some foundations that like got you looking crazy. So this is not one. Sunproof foundation is definitely big for me, because I love foundations. I love to wear them, but I hate if it looks so good indoors that when I step outside you can see every crack and creak and every pore and everything. It's just not a good look, you know. So it definitely is sunproof. It is medium to buildable coverage. So what that's saying is that as I did in the video, which you guys will see when I'm done talking, it is super, super buildable. It's so beautiful. I went in with 3 layers. I usually go in with 1 or 2. It looked beautiful just with 1 layer. Like, you're gonna see it. It looks so beautiful. It's so everyday with 1 layer. with 2 layers is typically what I would wear, a little bit more medium to full coverage, and it looks great. But I went in with a 3rd layer, which I certainly don't do a lot. I don't really go in with a 3rd layer just because I want to try to avoid it from getting cakey, or you know, most of my foundations are medium coverage, so I don't need a 3rd layer. But with this one, I just went in it to see how it would react with a 3rd layer, or how it would set on the skin with a 3rd layer. And by my 2nd and by my 3rd layer putting it on, as I was smearing it onto my face, you could see that it was like blending in. Like as soon as I would take the stick and I would be like, I would zoom you guys in and show you like this foundation is like literally blending as I put it on. Like it's something different that I haven't tried. So the formulation in this foundation is definitely amazing. It's really good. It's so, like, I can't find a way for you to be able to cake it up. Honestly, this is one of those foundations that I don't think really cakes up. You would have to literally use the whole container on your face for it to like literally be cake. And this is what you need to use for the 100 layers of foundation, and it's still gonna look good. So I think that this is one of them. I love this foundation. I think you guys should try it out. It's $25, so you can't go wrong with that price. It's Anastasia. Like, she really, apart from the packaging being nice and the quality and how it looks on your skin, $25 for this, I would have paid $40 for it. Honestly speaking, I would have paid more for it. I would have never thought she came out with $25 foundation. So she definitely did do a really good job with this, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for the brand. It's just so good. And that concludes my talking for 20 hours. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys me applying it and all that jazz. So yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, subscribe if you aren't, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which will probably not be a foundation review. Let's hope. Thank you guys. Alright, hey guys, so let's start with the tutorial. Well, the review. And yeah, the review. I have 2 colors here. I have golden and I have warm natural. Now I have 2 colors because when I first went to go buy them, I knew, well, I had a feeling that they were going to sell out. So I was like, I didn't know what colors to get, and I was so scared that they were going to sell out, and like, since I'm going on vacation and all that, I'm not going to have time to like wait until they're available. And I've been knowing that Anastasia was going to come out with foundations for a really, really long time. So I was like, I need to get my hands on it. Like, if it's not even my color, like, I'm gonna get tan or I'm gonna get pale so it can match me. I got these 2 colors because from the pictures and from the swatches, these 2 were the ones that I thought that was gonna be my color. And then when I bought them, she ended up, I think like maybe like a couple hours later, she ended up having like swatches of like the colors and then the MAC reference, which everybody uses MAC as a reference to like, what color are you? I'm this. And I'm like, oh, I know that this goes, you know. So, and usually MAC is something that everybody tends to use as reference. So when she swatched them, I was like, dang, like I at least got my color right. So warm neutral is definitely my color if you're an NC30. This one's perfect. Golden is an NC42 or an NC40. So it's just a little bit darker, but it is the perfect shade for me for when I am tan. And by tan, I mean because I don't tan. Like, if you know me, I'm like SPF crazy when it comes to the summertime. Like, I'm not trying to get some anti-aging and like some sun. No. So I douse myself. But if I do get tan, this would be the perfect color for me tan. It is a little bit too dark, but it's something that it's not like extremely too dark. I am combination skin. In the summertime, I tend to be a little bit more oily, especially in the T-zone. And then in the wintertime, I am more dry. Very dry, like all around here. I do tend to like a medium to full coverage. So, and it says that it's medium to buildable. So let's see. I can tell already. Like, watch. Can I be in the camera? Like, it is so creamy. And I don't think it's going to be like a dewy. It's supposed to be matte. And then I'm going in with a Fresh Beauty Blender. Oh, I love when they're fresh and clean and so bouncy. And yeah, I'm just going to use this. It looks a little bit dewy right now, but it probably could be my moisturizer underneath. I used the Embryolisse moisturizer, so that tends to be a little bit, you know, moisturizing. This is the type of the no makeup look if you go like with one layer. So it says that it's buildable, so I definitely want to go buildable. Really a good look. I'm just doing a second layer. Just I want to see how it builds up. I want to see how it looks when it's built up. I want to see how full coverage it is. So what I am noticing that as I go in with a second layer, I can definitely see that it's like blending into my skin. You can still see some of the streaks there, but you can see that it's like almost really blended into my skin. So watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can barely see that I swiped it again. So to me, that's a really good thing. Like, it's gonna blend beautiful because as I am swiping it, it's blending. So I'm going in with the second layer. I'm gonna build it up. I'm gonna go with a third coverage just on my cheeks just to see if I can build it up one more time so it could be super coverage, super full coverage. Just a little bit because I don't need that much anymore. This looks amazing though. It looks so amazing. I put 3 layers on and it still looks natural. It still looks like my skin. It feels like my skin. I don't feel like I'm wearing something. I wear makeup all the time, so I know when I'm wearing something that's heavy or when I'm wearing something that's really light. So with this, it looks amazing and it feels really good too as well. Plus for $25, you can't beat that. Literally, you could get 2 Anastasia foundations and for the price of 1 Hourglass Stick foundation. So first impression, it's good.